Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Robert Hollis Jr. here. I want to welcome everybody to the Wednesday night live Q&A, or like we like to call it, is Ask Me Anything. Super excited. There's just been so much phenomenal growth within Unlimited Profits right now. It's just been absolutely amazing and a huge blessing. And you know, that is one reason why we started these Q&As. This is really designed for really just another support tool to help everybody out in the field. And you know, it's a really good way to use for virtually a bunch of different ways. You know, one obviously is, you know, for people that are in the system that might have questions, that might be struggling or getting caught up in a certain situation. We always want to provide this so you can jump on here, you know, every Wednesday to basically ask us any questions to not only help you get unstuck, but also to move forward. You know, another great platform that this is used for is to show people, you know, the support that we have here. You know, maybe new people that are on the fence that are making the decision if they want to go pro or work with us directly. They can jump on here and get their questions answered. You know, maybe there are a couple things that are holding them back from getting started. And also, when they see the support, you know, we've had a lot of people that became pro members simply just on the fact that, you know, my gosh, you guys have so much support here. You have so many tools for us to help. You know, I've been in a lot of these companies before and never had, you know, a position where I could jump on and ask the master distributor any questions, or you know, sometimes my father, Robert Hollis, gets on here. So it's just you know, a really great platform for all across the board, and to keep people, you know, really keep people connected. And you know, before we get started here, I just want to say, my gosh, you know, how excited I am, you know, for everything that we're doing here, you know, total within the company. You know, I know we have a little over 800 paying members now, which is just absolutely incredible. I had a conversation with my father last night before I went to bed, which I made that mistake I shouldn't have done. And, you know, he was saying, and he might be able to jump on to clarify the numbers, but, you know, if we continue to grow at this pace, and not even at an accelerated pace, just the same pace that we're going, that, you know, easily we'll be we'll have done $30 million our first year in business, which is absolutely just incredible. I don't know about you guys, but I'm having trouble sleeping at night. As you can see here, I'm drinking my tea because it's a calming tea, because if I don't have something at night, I get off these Google Hangouts and I'm so wired up I can't go to bed till like 2 in the morning and sometimes later. So man, it's just been such a huge blessing. So for those of you that are watching it on the page, I put a link. If you can see my comment on there, I'll also post it again. This is a link that you can actually get on directly. Directly on here, and actually ask me any kind of questions you have. You know, if you are afraid to jump on here and show the world who you are live, I'll try to do my best within the chat. I thought I turned the Q&A on, but I don't know really if it's working or not here. Let me see here. Oh, yep, so I got the Q&A open, so you should be able to, the audience out there, the stuff that you type in there, I should be able to see. So with that said, we'll just go ahead and get started. I know we got a lot of people jumping on, so you guys can click that link, and the viewers out there, make sure to update that so people know that they can get on. But we've already got people that jumped on early, so I'm going to go ahead and open it up to them, and they can start asking me questions. So Ben, I know you were the first person on here. You actually jumped on before I even started the Google Hangout, so you got to see a little bit of behind the scenes action. But go ahead, my friend. The floor is yours.
Anyways, I'd like to welcome everybody as well. And I just have a question for you, is when we're doing the training, now, I've been doing the mentoring program. Now, should I finish the mentoring program before I actually go back and start trying to recruit people, or should I be just getting out there and doing the $1 million question all along?
Yeah, I think you should be doing both, you know, because as you continue through the Unlimited Profits program, just understand that personal development is like taking a shower. You should do it every day. So, you know, the mentoring program is designed for people to get unstuck, for them to have their pop, their emotional, significant emotional event to go out and work. But also understand that don't feel like you have to go through all of the training before you start promoting the links. You know what I mean? This is amazing because it's kind of like you can earn while you learn. Imagine going to school to get your master's, but you're actually getting paid to do it. So, think about it that way, because I do understand the challenge of some people getting involved with Unlimited Profits, and there's so much training and there's so much material that people get caught up in this thing where they're spending 4 or 5 hours a day going through personal mentorship and going through training, but they're just not taking any action. I'd rather somebody that once you have a clear understanding of what we're doing and you believe in what we're doing, even taking the time to 50-50 or sometimes even more. We have people that what they did is they went through the mentorship program, the pro mentorship program, and after they seen that, they got it, they were done. I have some pro members personally, and I won't call them out, but these are people that are diamonds, double diamonds, and sometimes even triple diamonds, that are only on like day 6 of the daily training because they had their pop, they believed in the pro mentorship, and they just went out there and started sharing it with everybody they know. The only recommendation that I would give you is, take some time to also go through the daily training, because that gives you kind of the fundamentals of how to pique people's interest. The $1 million question, which obviously you've gone through some of the daily training. So if you understand the gist of what we're doing and how to generate leads and talk to people, by no means do you have to feel like you have to go through all the training before you start actually implementing the work.
Okay, well, I have been already getting that link out there, and I have got myself leads in my back office and stuff. Just one more question before I go. With these leads, I know that not everybody is going to start doing the training, but when should I call them? Should I call them like within a couple of days of them showing up in my back office?
You want to call them immediately.
Okay. All
right.
Yeah,
I tell people that you want to call your leads, if you can, within the first 24 hours. Now, every Monday I do a live lead call, so you can jump on there and kind of hear what I say to people and the approach that I take with people. But I always immediately, as fast as I can, I have my email set up on my phone, so I know immediately when I get a new lead. I immediately send them out a welcome email personally from me that has a welcome video in there as well. And you want to talk to them immediately, because that's the difference of somebody that might not go through the training or not. If you can say, hey, I saw you logged back there. I'm super excited to be working with you. It's my job to point, guide, and direct you through this amazing system. What you want to do since you've been back there is start on the Start Here tab. Once you've gone through that, start going through the daily training. And what you really simply want to do is tell your story. Your number one goal is to not only edify my father and the training to the point where they see the value in going through it, but also tell your story. Say, however you got turned on to Unlimited Profits, or however you want, the reason that you got in it. Have you got any benefit from the training so far? Right.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, and on to the next person. I'll scoot myself out here.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ben. I appreciate it. So I think Giovanna was the next person that jumped on here. If you want to jump on here and ask me anything. Are you there? It doesn't look like you're muted on my end. If so, there's the buttons at the very top. There's 6 buttons, and the second one you'll see like a little microphone with a line.
Hello, how are you? Hi, everybody. No, I just wanted to hear you, because my English is not so fluent, so I am trying to understand, but I prefer giving the chance to another person now.
Okay, awesome. So you don't have any questions?
Me?
Yes.
Yes. No, I am just trying to invite people.
Okay.
And giving the link, and I have now just 3 leads. I am trying to communicate them the way we are working.
Awesome.
That's all. Yes.
Awesome.
I am waiting the Spanish version. I am so motivated with that possibility.
Yes, yes. I just talked to Danny
Yeah.
Tiffany, and she was she's got done with the getting started training videos, and now she's working on the daily training. But I don't know if you heard, but next Monday at 6 Pacific Standard Time, we're doing our first Spanish pro mentorship. So it'll be translated, and this will be the first one that it'll be free and open to anybody. So really, really make sure that you promote that. What we'll do is create the link. If you remind me, or somebody please remind me, we can create the link in the back office right away so you can have that to promote to people.
Okay, yes. I think it is very important because it could it could be possible to me invite another people who is only speaking Spanish speaking. Sorry, because I confuse all the language in my mind.
No,
yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. And yeah, you know, we've been down to South America quite a bit, and had a huge team down there, and yeah, we're working as hard as we can to translate everything. And you know, I just love South America and the Latin community. You know, no offense to everybody else out there, but they really show people what work ethic means. So.
Yeah, well, just to say thank you to everybody because of your patience. Really, I never imagined there will be more than 50 people hearing me trying to speak in English. So, yeah, and I am following the videos. I am doing it. I am training myself too. I'm very happy.
Awesome.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing. And if you don't mind, if you don't have any other questions, or for people that already asked, if you can log off and then watch on the regular page, because we're only allowed 10 people to participate, so then it allows new people to jump on here and ask their questions. So the next person I think that got on was Scott. Mr. Scott Kloster. What's going on, brother?
I'm just trying to get myself unmuted. How you doing today, Robert?
Hey, you already know the answer to that.
All right, then. I guess I won't ask you that.
Blessed and highly favored, my friend. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, this question I already kind of know, but somebody was asking me this question. Let me get back to it. Hold on. Is this a network marketing scheme? And if not, how is it not a network marketing scheme? Unlimited profits in general.
A scheme.
Yeah.
Is that kind of the question? Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'll answer this two ways. Okay. Now the first one is wow, Scott, that's a great question. I don't know. Can you explain to me what a network marketing scheme is? Yeah. Now, why I love answering that question that way is because 99% of people don't even know what a network marketing scheme is in the first place. So, then they start going off on, well, you get in and you get money and they have to give it to somebody else and blah, 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 and only the guy at the top makes all the money. And then you can say, oh my gosh, wow, that sounds terrible. We're nothing like that. Only the guy at the top makes all the money. It's only the 20th and I already made $1,000 this month. Yeah. Now to answer it, more direct is absolutely not. Technically what a scheme would be is, and this is red flags for everybody, is if you're ever exchanging money when there's no product or service that is available for that money, then that is what we call is a scheme. So, of course everybody knows that for free you get 200 hours of mentorship. For $15 you get a blog, capture pages, a funnel system, lead contact manager, where that's really valued at $10,000 plus. And for the pro mentorship, you get all the pro the pro calls, the pro mentorship, and also interviews. Think about that. If somebody said a scam, I call up any other multi-millionaire and say, listen, how much would it cost for me to do an interview with you so I can put it up on YouTube so I can promote myself? I guarantee they're going to charge more than $99. That's for sure. So, so absolutely not. We are not. Of course, most people that are on here that are members, see the value. I really believe that, we undervalue it only because that we want to help as many people as possible. I know we could easily sell our pro mentorship and unlimited profits for thousands of dollars, and it's definitely valued there. But we're not interested in trying to take money from people. We want to see how many people we can help, and that's why we have it at the $99.
Awesome. All right, thank you. Thanks a lot, Robert. I appreciate
so much,
everything you do.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right, see you later.
See, I think the next person that jumped on was Melody.
Hi, Robert.
Hi,
everyone. Good to see you guys. I had a question given to me today, and in the last few hangouts you've done, you've told a story about a woman who you shared the information with, and she thought that you were going to just pump her full of spam and just give her a lot of emails and junk, just all this stuff, just send her a bunch of stuff, and you said you sent to her the $1 Million Question training from the back office. Well, I don't know that you didn't say from the back office, but you said you sent it to her, the $1 Million Question. And in our back office, in the daily training, it is day number 15.
Got it.
Now, I don't know how to share a video unless it has that cute little share button on it.
Got it.
And that day doesn't have it. So I was wondering, is there a way that you know of, or maybe we need to ask Bill or Matthew, is there a way we can share any of the other videos that are in our training other than the ones that have that little share button?
Let me look back here, because that's interesting, because I'm, let me see.
I know when you click on the video, it opens in a new URL.
Funny. I'm looking at all of them, and that's like one of the only ones that doesn't have a share on there. I don't know why so, but guarantee I can send a message to Bill, and that'll probably be fixed tomorrow, if not the next day.
Awesome.
Yep. Now, so to answer your question, if it's not there, how can you share it? Let me see here. Let me see if I can press play. Yeah, no, we'll have to get that share button on there. So thank you so much. For the technical side, I will bring that up to Bill. That also, if anybody ever runs into something as far as technical side on the back office, please do us a favor and put a support ticket in. The Q&A is on my side, obviously, I'm a high school dropout, so I don't understand code and a lot of technical stuff. So this is more of the fundamentals and training and how to build your business. But if you ever run into a technical question like that, please, fill out your support ticket. For those of you that don't know, it's on the bottom left of your screen. You can fill out a support ticket. I actually talked to Bill because we're growing so fast right now. I think he said we just hired 4 more customer service people just to help with the support tickets because we're growing so fast. And I know they usually get back to those right away. But thank you so much. I don't know. I know I've shared that video before, so I don't know if they took it down or what the reason for that is. But we'll make sure we get that fixed.
Okay, thank you. And big shout out to Donna Allen because she's the one that called me with that question.
Oh, awesome. Now, and to back on that, what I'm going to do really quickly, just because, maybe some people don't know how to share a video, so what I'm going to do really quickly is log into my back office and show people exactly what we're talking about. So let me share my screen here. Okay, hopefully you guys can see this okay. Now, here's our back office. Now, obviously, most people know right here in the middle is the daily training. And anytime you run across any video that you just think is awesome and that you would want to share with somebody, of course, I do see here there's a couple that don't have the share button, but let's say, teach to learn, or do what matters, and you say, wow, this is an awesome video, you can see right here, if you guys can see that, where it says share, there's that little yellow button. And when you click on that, it immediately shares that video with a capture page. It's an amazing, amazing way to provide value to people that you're talking to on Facebook. You might run across somebody that says, oh, I'm struggling with this, and you remember, one of the daily training videos that just really helped you out, and you can share that video. And when they say, okay, well, what's this, enter in your, my email, say, my gosh, if you thought that video was amazing, he's got another, 200 hours of that stuff back there. And, that's one really, really great way to build value and get leads in your back office. So thanks for bringing that up, Melody, because I don't even know how many people knew that you could share it like that. Well, you're muted, but I think I love you too, if that's what you said. I think the next person that came on here was Brandon. How you doing, man? You got to unmute yourself at the top of the screen.
Hey, what's going on, Robert? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear, my friend.
Excellent. Hey, I got a three-part question. I'm going to try to group it together. You cool with that?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, first of all, I just want to confirm, when I'm going to put someone on a hangout with you or your father, I want them to have become a lead and at least watch some of the videos first. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. And if you can, especially as we get more busy, get them to watch the overview too, the company overview, because people might go in there and see the trainings and see the value and the content in it, but they don't understand how they could make money doing it and or what they should be doing. And the reason for that is that now that allows us to basically answer their questions and show them the vision of what we're doing and then help them get started versus doing a hangout and now I've got to spend, me or my father has to spend, 20, 30 minutes basically doing an overview on Facebook when we could have used that valuable time on answering their questions. The other reason why is what people don't understand is that you have to realize that amateurs sell and professionals sort. Now, what I mean by that is some people just think that, my gosh, I've got this person, and if all I did was get them on a Google Hangout with Robert or Tom or Melody, that they got the magic, and they'll twist their arm, and they're going to convince them to sign up, or they'll close them to sign up. And in reality, that's not what we do, and people have done that to me before. They said, hey, I got this really great guy, can you do a Google Hangout with him? And I said, sure, and I get on there, and the guy goes, yeah, I think your system's awesome, but I just don't think I have time to do this. And I said, you're absolutely right. And I said, yeah, whether you think you can or you can't, you're absolutely right. Thank you for your time. I'm just looking for people that want to find time to change their life. Have a great day. And the person was going, what? Of course he's got time. He's always watching TV. You should have told him to take it. And I was like, listen, if I got to close and convince somebody that they need to change their life or that they need to be a part of this business, they're the same person we're going to have to close and convince to go through the training, the same person we're going to have to close and convince to get leads, the same person we got to close and convince every month to stay a pro. And I'd rather just work with those that want to work with us, that do have ambition and that do have the excitement.
Okay, thank you. That makes sense. I'll ask the second and third parts together. So if we've got a couple people that are interested in doing a hangout, should we do them individually with you, or can we do them as a group? And then after that hangout, do we follow up with them, or what happens after that?
Yeah, great question. We can do them individually, but that is a great question, because the more we're growing every day, it's just amazing how fast we're growing. That doing it in a group is an amazing way not only to be more efficient, but I also think there's some kind of magic when there's a bunch of people on a hangout, because they see it's not just them, that there's some excitement, there's something going on, and then also as we're doing it, maybe somebody has a question that one person didn't have that question before but might run into later, and if they hear me answer that, then they get the pop, then they understand. Does that make sense?
It does. It does. Yeah.
And, you know, you always want to follow up with people. You know, we always say is that fortune's in the follow up. You know, but there's two mindsets to really have with that. Is that, you know, I personally, because we're, you know, generating so many leads right now, and I have so many people to talk to. You know, of course I understand there's people watching this that may only have 10, 15, 20 leads. You know, and I definitely would recommend following up with those people because. I say in this day and age that everybody has ADD. And what that means is always dealing with distractions. You know, somebody might have the 100% intentions to go through the videos, to upgrade, and as soon as we get off the Google Hangout, their phone rings and it's, oh my gosh, I got to go pick the kids up from school, and I forgot to get dry cleaning, and my gosh, what's for dinner tonight? And oh, tomorrow's the hockey game. I got to bring the kids to the hockey game or whatever it is. And before you know it, it's all of a sudden Friday, and they totally space to go back there and watch the videos. And a perfect example is that is in my last live lead call that I did on Monday. You know, somebody said, hey, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to mute you there. You know, here's a really old lead. You know, they're like 2 weeks old and they haven't even watched any of the daily trainings. And normally it's on a live lead call, I'd want to get, you know, more, you know, a better prospects to call. But I said, you know what, I said I'd call everybody's leads, I'll do it anyways. And I called them up and the guy immediately said, my gosh, I can't believe I put off watching those videos. I really need to go back there and watch them. You know, I will definitely do that. And then I said, listen, you know, will you have watched them? When is a good time to follow up with you? You know, also to, you know, piggyback on your follow-up is always a great way to follow up with people is set a time to follow up with them. Don't say, you know, hey, awesome, watch the videos, I'll call you this week, because in their mind they have all week to watch the videos. You know, if I said to you, you know, hey, listen, Brandon, so when do you think you'll get a chance to watch those videos?
Time, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty busy tonight, but I can watch them tomorrow. Awesome. So, you know, if I call you tomorrow around this time, around 6:30, you will watch the videos? Yeah, I'll get around to it by then. Great. I got you down. I'll call you tomorrow at 6:30 because now they mentally know that, you know, my gosh, I better watch these because he's calling me tomorrow. And if they don't watch them and you call them, then it's just another, I can't believe it. Thanks for calling me. I promise I'll do it again. So that's one aspect of looking at it. The other aspect is, you know, when you get to a situation where you have so many people, you know, I only call back people that are watching the videos. You know, because I'm sure a lot of people watching this has even heard me say this, that I say, you know, listen, awesome, Brandon, you're excited, but, you know, no offense, but I'm only looking for motivated, coachable people to work with. And if you don't have time to go through free training from a multimillionaire, no offense, I'm probably not going to have time to call you back. And I'm not saying that to be mean, it's just true. You know, yeah. I'll call a lead. I'll get somebody to get in the back office. I show them the value. I promote my father, and then I click on the back office. And if they've watched 0 videos, I don't call them back. If somebody has gone through 3 or 4 videos, you know, then I'll reach back out to them. Or like Brandon the other day, he watched 22 videos in 3 days. You know, obviously I'm calling him immediately. So hopefully that helped you out. But definitely, fortune's in the follow-up, and if you can get a group of people together, there's magic because it's more exciting, and it just helps, you know, me and your upline be more efficient of talking to more people instead of, you know, doing one Google Hangout with, you know, 10 people versus, you know, one after another, and that could be a whole day of Google Hangouts versus something we can do in you know, a half hour, you know, or less.
Yeah. So when you follow up with them, I'm not supposed to answer really any questions. I just point them back to videos, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The best way to get over questions is say, I don't know. All I know is, and tell a story, or point them to the video. You know, people, it's funny because that's how you get duplication, because one guy was going, you know, well, hey, what about this? And I go, awesome question, I sent him a video. Well, hey, well, how do you guys get paid? That's a great question, send him a video. And he goes, are you going to ever answer my questions directly? And I go, are the videos working? And he goes, yeah. And I go, that's why I make an above average income and I also have freedom. And he didn't respond, and then I got an email that he went pro.
Awesome.
Yeah, Yeah, I don't know. All I know is, and when you follow up with them too, here's a huge, huge, huge key or tip for people out there, is never say what you think. What did you think? You want to say, what did you like most about what you just saw? Now, why do you not say, what do you think? Well, if I put up right now a piece of paper, and the first thing said 2 + 2 is 4, 4 + 4 is 6, and 3 + 3 is 6. You know, and I said, well, what do you think? Well, 4 + 4 doesn't equal 6, it equals 8. Well, wait a second, the other ones were right. Immediately, will people look towards something negative or something they can pick out if you say, what do you think? If you say, what'd you like most, then it also kind of gauges where they're at. If you say, what'd you like the most, say, well, you know, that was kind of cool. I like the training videos, you know, whatever. But if you say, what'd you like the most, they're going, oh my gosh, you know, I was going through those videos and they were so inspiring, and, you know, and it really kind of gets you to not only know, you know, where they sit, but also what kind of person they are, you know, because some people immediately, when you say, what'd you like most about what you think, that, you know, they would say, oh my gosh, you're telling me if I go out and get 10 pros, I make 500, and if I can help 3 of those get 10, I'm making 2,000 a month. It's like they're money motivated. They see the bigger picture of making money. You know, they could care less that, you know, hey, that the training could help you with your communication skills. They just want to make money. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, hey, thanks, man.
Yeah, just like the reverse. I know Melody, she's such a giver and a helper that I think if we paid $1 for every pro, she would still do this company because she loves just helping people with the training. So
awesome, man. Well, I appreciate you. Thanks a lot.
Cool. Appreciate you too, man. So Danielle, I think you're the next person that got on here.
Hi there.
Hi. How are you, sweetie?
Doing great. Melody asked one of the questions I had, so that was really great to learn about the link tonight. I think that's a very valuable way, and just what you were sharing about always pointing away from us to somebody else is really great. One of my questions is, and this is something I'm coming up against, and I know it's been talked about, but I'm working with a lot of different networkers that are in businesses already, and their companies heavily discourage them from programs like this. And I know we've talked about this. What is the best way to go after them? Because, you know, I think sometimes they get a little too direct, like, well, do you have anybody in your company mentoring you right now? Well, no. And, well, here's somebody that knows what they're doing. How would you address that?
That is the perfect way, honestly, to address it. You know, is that saying, you know, listen, you know, I was taught that to be successful in anything, you need a mentor and you need a coach, and more importantly, a mentor and coach that has what you want. You know, Kobe Bryant has a coach. Tiger Woods has a coach. Tony Robbins, the most, you know, influential motivational speaker in the world, still has a mentor. So don't you think it's valuable to have a mentor that's a multimillionaire and taught other people how to make $1 million? You know, do you currently have somebody that's mentoring you that has made over $1 million a year? And if they say no, you know, then you can point it to it. And what I think is, you know, another great question is saying, you know, listen, you know, Danielle, wouldn't you agree that you need to be using the internet in this day and age to build your business? Mm-hmm. Well, who's currently teaching you how to build online? Well, nobody. Oh my gosh, don't you think it'd be valuable to learn these skills? Now, Now, reasons why companies would heavily discourage something like this, you know, just for everybody watching this, would still blow my mind. I don't know if people are scared, if people have egos, whatever it is. But, you know, if people get discouraged, you know, about unlimited profits, I want to give you guys a bigger picture. You know, Eric Worre, which is an amazing, amazing leader and mentor in the network marketing profession, and really laid the ground of generic seminars to unite the network marketing profession. You know, he's an amazing man. If you've ever seen his videos, they're always generic. They always provide value. And his GoPro event that I went to at the end of last year was by far the best event I've ever been to date. It was one of the most exciting, motivating, great information. You know, they had, I think, 30 different speakers there that all made over $1 million a year, and they're all in different companies. It was amazing. And there's still leaders out there, and there's still companies out there that heavily promote to going to and not to going to go pro, or heavily strongly, there we go, strongly advise people not to listen to the training. And that just blows me away, because, you know, it's just personal development and growth. You know, I know that people can use this training to become more successful in their current company. People use the internet to generate leads and following to have more success in their current company. You know, yes, we have an amazing opportunity on the back end that probably pays more than most network marketing companies, but bottom line, I think it would just be for people to be afraid. So, you know, sometimes, and that is more of a bolder question, so I am being a little direct with it. But, you know, bottom line, that is the best question to ask, is saying, listen, you know, so is your, you know, are you making $10,000 a month? No? Well, don't you think you need to learn some skills to get there? Is your mentor make over $1 million a year? Well, no. Well, wouldn't you think it'd be valid? Do you want to be a millionaire? Well, yeah, I want to be a millionaire, because I understand if you just want to make, you know, a couple $100s a month, that's fine with me. Continue to learn from the guy making $1,000 a month. So, sorry, I know that's pretty direct, and maybe that was a little mean, but, you know, it's the truth. You know, it is just generic training, and you know, I tell people, and one way to kind of get away from it too is saying, listen, great, if you don't support unlimited profits, I don't care, but can you at least find a mentor? Can you at least seek somebody out that is a millionaire that can teach you these skills? Because if you don't, Danielle, I just hate to see you struggle. I know you believe in this, and I want you to make a full-time income. I want you to be able to provide for your family. You know, so if you don't believe in what we're doing, can you just at least go find a mentor that can teach you this stuff? Because then indirectly you're just kind of saying, listen, you know, and that is true. You know, I wish the best with everybody, and I wish everybody in MLM, you know, was making a full-time income. The reality isn't true, because most people don't have a mentor.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. I have one other question, if you don't mind.
No, absolutely not.
I'm also coming across, and I know we're talking so much today, I'm losing my voice. We're getting ready to translate into Spanish, and I'm coming across quite a few others that are very broken. Is there any thoughts about putting a translator in that would work for different languages, or how are we overcoming that? Because I know I have people that are not fluent English, and it's very difficult for them to translate, but they're very excited.
Yeah, we already have the translator for Spanish back there. That's already up and live. Bill Ebert, you know, a shout out to Bill Ebert. I know he's not on here, but that guy is not only a genius, a technical genius, but the amount of work that he puts in for us in the field, you know, making sure the back office is working and the commissions and everything that he does is just amazing. You know, so I said, hey, listen, you know, we got a lot of Spanish people looking at this. You know, I don't know how long it would take, you know, maybe a couple months or whatever, but maybe if we could start working on translating the back office so people could click on a button and everything would be in Spanish, you know, because the tools itself are still there. If somebody can just put their own information on the blog or whatever. And he goes, yeah, I'll work on that. And I think it was like a week, and he said, okay, it's done. Now where's the videos to replace the and I'm like, oh my gosh, so now, yeah, poor Danny. Man, if you guys are friends with her on Facebook, give her a shout out, because she's been putting in like 10 hours a day on her computer translating all the videos. So if you guys know who Danny is, please reach out to her and give her some encouragement and thank her for what she's doing, because she's not asking, you know, for any money to do it. You know, she paid for her own money for a translating program. She's actually looking at hiring other people. And, you know, I said, well, what can I do to help? And she said, no, I just want the whole Spanish world to hear this training. I'm doing it because I want to help people. So, yeah, so we're in the process of that for Spanish. Any other language, what it would just have to be is that we would just have to find a leader that believed in this enough and believed in what we were doing and excited enough to then go through and translate it, you know, until we pick up steam, because I know that, you know, translating 200 hours of free training is a lot of work. You know, not only, you know, to make an hour video, well, that's an hour of your time. Well, now you got to listen to it. Then you got to translate it. So for, like she said, for every 2-hour video or an hour of video, roughly takes her like 2 and 2.5 hours to translate. So there's a lot of work that's back there. But As we go more and more countries, we'll find other leaders that share our vision, that want to bring this to other countries, and they'll be like the Dannies, that are incredible givers and are willing to translate it. And that's also too, you work where you deserve. So if we ever find a huge team, we might be in a position to start hiring people to translate. But as soon as we say, hey, we're hiring people to translate, then everybody wants it in every country in the world, and now we're looking at millions of dollars to spend just to translate this stuff. So work in progress. We're already well on our way of doing Spanish. The other countries is to be determined. Sorry, I can't give you a direct answer on that one.
No, and you did actually answer it, because that's kind of the way I was handling it. I had somebody in French today. They're very professional, and they're like, oh, I need to know this. My English is horrible. And so I kind of addressed it that way. If you're a leader, I'm sure that they would work with you somehow if you wanted to do this to help other people. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Tom, I got one question for Tom. What time is it right now in Norway?
I will say good morning. It's actually around 3:30 a.m.
3:30 a.m. My second question to you is, do you sleep?
No. I never sleep. I only relax.
And there you go. What is the statement? Entrepreneurs don't sleep. They just take naps.
Yeah. Absolutely. I just came in here because I have a little question.
Okay.
And that question is, I have someone in my team, and they have signed up as a pro, and they are telling me that I see that they are doing this free training, but it stops there. But they want to do so much, and they don't get any results of the work they do. So what is your advice about this situation?
Are they going through the pro mentorship?
Yeah.
Okay, because everybody's results vary, you know what I mean? And, what the pro mentorship is, and I can even give you guys a perfect example, is that, when I first started working with my father, I had a lot of personal development that I had to go through. To think that you guys all know and love my dad's training and nobody's capable of. And my first year of working with my father, I virtually made no money. And it's because I had to work on myself. I had to get better at my skills and my confidence in speaking to people. So I always continue to tell people is to continue to, continue trying. You know what I mean? And here's I don't know if I've ever done this live on the Google, on the actual Hangout, but I want to show you guys something, because hopefully, Tom, this kind of helps you with where you're going. I'm going to show you guys my back office here, because I get people all the time that go, wow, I went back there, I got like 20 leads, and you know what, nobody's upgrading, and I don't think this works, and what do I need to change? And I want to also tell you guys too, my personal story with Unlimited Profits is when I made the switch, to really start working with my father and doing this full time. He told me to do what we train you guys to do, is reach out to people, build a relationship with them, build value in those relationships, help them go through the free training. Some will just go through the free training, others will upgrade. Now, my background being, having a lot of success in network marketing, that I figured this was going to be a piece of cake. And and you can ask Dad this. People like Tom and people that like Michael and other people that are jumping in and having success right out of the gate. Yours truly didn't. I didn't have like my first pro upgrade until like 3 weeks in. I even remember calling my father going, you know what, I'm doing what you're telling me to do. I'm building relationships. I keep sharing the free training. I'm answering their questions, but nobody's upgrading to pro. What am I doing wrong? And my dad said, nothing. And I believe it was my third week, all of a sudden it was like pro upgrade, pro upgrade, pro upgrade. Because what people don't realize is that the work you're doing today usually is 30 to 60 days away of seeing the payoff of that, and it works both ways, you know what I mean? So the relationships that you're building now, the contacts that you're creating right now are the ones that are going to blossom. It's like, farming. You know what I mean? It's like, if I taught somebody how to be a farmer, and they went out there and they fertilized the ground, they tilled the ground, and then they threw all the seeds everywhere, and they're out there watering the field every single day, and 2 weeks later they came in and said, Tom, listen, I don't know if this farming thing works. I'm hungry and there's no carrots out there. But what they don't realize is the seeds that they're planting will come to harvest. And I want to show you guys this, and because I don't think I've showed a couple people my back office, but I've never showed on a recording like this and on a huge scale. So you guys can see my back office here. I've got 1,500 leads, 6 regulars, and 17 upgrades. And people always say, oh my gosh, nobody's going through the information. Well, you can see here a lead that came in yesterday. Videos viewed 0, 2, 0, 27. Oh wow, 27. Brian, he's a pro now. 8, 0, 0, 5, 0, 0. Go down to the 50. I can't wait for all you guys to do that, to click on show 50, and it goes all the way down. But as you can see here, 0, 0, 17, 8, 0, 0, 0, 17, 8, 17, 0, 0, 0, 0, 17, 8, 0, 8, 17, 3, 0, 0, 7, 0, 0, 0, 0, 17, 22, 0, 0, 0. Now, why am I showing you guys this? Because some people say, wow, this isn't working for me, but this is not that big of a number. So my response to that would be is if somebody has their back office and they have 100+ leads back there and they still have no pros, maybe they're doing something wrong. And sometimes it just takes a time to really listen to somebody, or maybe even have them show you like their Facebook conversation. Say, listen, I'm talking to all these people and nobody's getting in. And say, well, how many people did you talk today? Well, I talked to like 3. Listen, can you go into the chat and copy and paste what you said to that individual? And, it's funny because there was actually, we used to do, I don't know if it's still in the back office, but we used to do, when we were calling leads, that the only way to go to the next level is you had to record yourself using a program calling leads. And all you had to do was ask the $1 million question. And you uploaded it to the server, and Bill Ebert had to approve it that you were asking the $1 million question correctly. And you guys will be blown away on this, that it was like 1 out of 10 people are actually doing it properly and doing what we were training. So some people might say they are putting in the work and they're doing it right, but maybe you as a leader of somebody that's struggling just says, listen, let's do a 3-way call and let me see how you are talking to these people, or let me see your chat conversations. I see Susan that's on here. She is such a sweetheart. I love her to death. Same person you're talking about. We had so many conversations of, Robert, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't understand. Nobody's going through the videos. Even if they get a lead, I'm just trying so hard and it's not working. And then all of a sudden it was like overnight, and she's on the hangout with, like she is now, a big old smile. What's going on? I got a pro. I got another one that's going pro, and I go, so it's working now. And she goes, it is working, So she just stuck with it. It's it really why it determines who you are is we can't determine who you were before you jumped in unlimited profits, right? Why do some people jump in unlimited profits and have success immediately, and some don't? Well, I think it's really 2 things. One is your personal development. Have you ever spent time on personal development before? Some people jump in this and never even heard of personal development. They never heard of communication skills. And the second one is who were you before unlimited profits? Now, what do I mean by that? We all know people that if they called you right now, you wouldn't answer the phone. Why? Because they're negative. They're always asking for favors. Oh, it's like, hey, Tom's calling me again. Oh, crap. What does he need to babysit? Does he need me to move? What is it this time? And then we all know people that when they call, it's like, oh, Tom's calling. Yeah, hey, what's going on, man? I love Tom. He's always so positive. He's always there to help me. He's always giving. And those are the people that jump in Unlimited Profits and have success immediately. Now, here's the great news. If you were the negative person before, you can start by changing now. You know, it's never too late to change, to end up being that person that people love hearing from you and people want to help you. You know, I know people that have jumped in as pros and got pros, and when I talked to them, I said, so what'd you like the most about it? And, you know, why did you decide to go pro? To be honest with you, I'm just starting to look at the training now. I'm like, what? So why'd you go pro? Because Tom asked me to, man. Anything Tom needs, I'm there for him. He's my brother. He said this would help me, so I upgraded just because he told me to. I trust him. I guess the training's supposed to be great, and it's going to teach me how to get leads online. Hey, whatever. I trust him. So very long-winded answer to your question. Does that kind of help, though?
Yeah, fantastic. So I'm just going to add also that my goal is to beat your leads against the pros.
Beat my leads? What do you mean? How many I have in the back office?
Yeah, because I have around 30 leads,
and
I have 6 pros.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
So I'm gonna beat you there.
Awesome. Well, so people know too, and I'm just gonna be honest, and I always love being honest. Why my ratio isn't as good as other people's is because I tried to take a shortcut. And what my shortcut was is somebody convinced me that if I paid them a lot of money, that they could drive massive amounts of traffic to my blog, and I would get tons of leads, and all I had to do was call them up and close them as pros. And I was going, my gosh, that's worth me paying somebody a couple $1,000s for. And I got a ton of leads that had all wrong emails and wrong phone numbers, and I picked up the phone and said, hey, Tom, I'm calling you from Success in Minutes. Hey, I told you to stop calling me, you bastards. Unlist me, you know. And so I got a bunch of people by trying to take a shortcut by saying, oh my gosh, I'm just going to pay somebody to give me a bunch of leads, you know. And I know there's people out there that will tell you that. Nothing beats somebody like Tom, because I guarantee all 33 of your leads, you personally talked to and built a relationship with them, didn't you?
Yeah. Yes.
And that's why Tom's having such a huge success rate right now, because he didn't try to take a shortcut. You know, in today's society, it's just how we are. You know what I mean? It's like somebody that, you know, you want to get in shape. You know, and people just don't want to hear, listen, you got to cut out sugars and carbs, and you got to go to the gym 3 days a week. And then I run 4 days a week, and it's like, wow, you didn't take a pill?
Yeah.
I saw that new thing on television, the tummy tuck. You didn't do that? No, I got off my butt and I went to work. That's how I got in shape. Nobody wants to hear that. You know what I mean? It's like, wow, Tom, how'd you go to double diamond so fast or triple diamond so fast? I called a lot of people. I built relationships with them, and I signed them up as pros. Oh, you didn't do one of those you know, traffic driving systems? You know, because I was just going to pay. Some guy told me if I gave him $1,000, he'd drive, you know, 2,000 people my page, and they'd all sign up without me calling. I think I'm going to try that. It's like, okay, whatever, man. Good luck.
Yes, amazing. Thank you very much, Robert.
But hey, I'm rooting for you, Tom. Please beat that record I just showed. Thanks, brother. I always appreciate you, man. So we got, it says Angela, but I don't think that's it. Can you guys unmute yourself?
There you go.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, good. We're in a grocery store, so tell me, is the background noise okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, good. Hey, well, first I just want to tell Tom that I respect so much how you're doing this business, and I applaud you for that, because you're doing it the way that we've been trained to do it, and I see a lot of stuff going on where people aren't really doing that. So I just want to say that I'm looking up to you and respecting the way that you're doing things. And then my question is, and I have Lucian here. He's one of our pros for Team Global. That's the name of my team now.
I'm just trying to wonder about that guy because every time he gets on a hangout, he's either like in a front yard or a shopping center, or I think the other day he's going, hey, I'm just gonna go door to door and get people on hangout and show you the phone. That guy is on the move, man.
You have an amazing grasp for the obvious.
He's so awesome too. He sends me like leads by text every day, like. Yeah. I met this girl at Target. You need to talk to her. I met this girl here. You need to talk to her. She doesn't want to give me your number, but she'll talk to you. And he's like 9 leads yesterday.
Hey, you can understand this as a man. You can understand this. If I meet a girl, I can't go and call her on my own. I have a wife and kids. You know.
That's what I'm for.
I send her to successful women in business.
There you go, man. Expert from afar.
Yeah, we're a good team.
She's my PIC, my partner in crime here.
There you go, man.
So he has a wife that's kind of about the whole business. So we're trying to show her through example.
She says once I make a couple $1,000, she'll be in all the way. She'll be 100%.
Yeah, she doesn't want to hear anything until she's like sees the money.
Yeah.
Amy used to complain about how hard I work too until she started seeing the checks, and then now she loves that I'm on all late.
Then you showed her how to do it too.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, I only made $500 so far, so.
Awesome.
No, I didn't.
Oh, I was just saying.
I will. I just started yesterday. Give me a break.
I know, and I was about to say that's a new record, man. Congratulations.
Well, so back to my original question. So about the free training. So I'm getting confused a little bit about the free training because I saw the opportunity immediately and I didn't even pay attention to the free training. I'm like, what, the free training? Who cares about that? I want the real stuff, you know. I want the 21-day mentorship, and I had no for me, I had no. Sorry, I'm screaming.
No, they're interested, I think. The people behind us, we're at New Seasons at a store, and I think everybody's listening to this conversation. They're all interested in what we're doing here.
Hey, pull up RobertHollis.tv and show them the overview.
Okay, sorry.
So anyway, I had no qualms about going pro immediately. So people that do, they ask me, so what do I get in the free training? And I'm like, you get da-da-da. Tell me, if I asked you, what do I get in the free training, what would be your answer to that?
The free training is like the basic nuts and bolts of how to build a business. Just like within anything, say that you wanted to learn how to be a professional basketball player. Now, Molly, you're the kind of person that has been in network marketing. You have heard my dad's basic training before. You've already had success in network marketing. You're already in the top 3% of network marketers in the world. That's why you can go straight to the pro mentorship. So the basic training would be like, if you want to learn how to be a professional basketball player, the first thing you need to learn how to do is dribble the ball. First, after you learn how to dribble the ball, then there's a line. It's called the free throw line. And you got to practice on shooting and be able to get in the free throw line 10 out of 10. The problem with what some people do is they go, listen, I want to learn how to be a professional basketball player. And learn from Michael Jordan. He goes, well, here's the free throw line. And, you need to make 10 in a row. And I go, no, teach me how to do that fadeaway, spinner, jumper, hook move at the buzzer, to win the game. And he's going, listen, dude, slow down. If you haven't learned the basics, you're not going to become successful.
That's a good way of putting it.
Right.
So that's what the free training is. It's the basic nuts and bolts on how to get started, the fundamentals of network marketing, the $1 million question, how to pique somebody's interest. So many people don't even understand that of network marketing. And if you haven't figured that out first, what the pros mentorship for is more on the motivational side, how to get your pop, how to go from, shooting free throws to now shooting three-pointers and doing crossovers and doing slam dunks.
So the free training can last for as long as they want. They don't. The only way that they would upgrade to the $14.95 is to be able to get the use of the blog, right?
Yep,
Is that what added?
Yeah, the blog and the capture pages, and also the contact
Okay.
manager.
Oh, so the capture pages aren't even in the free training either. I never even looked free training before I got the other one, so I don't know what's just in the free training when people ask me. I'm like,
yeah, well, believe it or not, what we do is, we tell people they can go out and share the capture pages as a free member, and I don't know what the trial period is. I forget if it's a month or a couple weeks.
I think it's 30 days, isn't it?
30 days, yeah. And then what happens is if you go in your contact manager, it'll show their first name, but it won't show their email or their phone number.
Okay, so they need to upgrade to get that additional tools.
Yep.
And so what I'm doing now with people, even if they've just watched like 2 or 3 videos, I'll make a phone call and say, hey, and then I want to be able to show them the power of the opportunity, because sometimes I don't think they're seeing it yet.
Yeah.
They're not quite seeing it.
It's all set up that way. People, Bill Ebert, my father, a lot smarter than sometimes people even think. And you know how you get to day 17, and you probably don't even know this, Molly, because you didn't go through it if you said that. But
I'm on day 17.
Okay, so yeah, so if you hit day 17, you have to get 5 leads and 2 followers before you can go to the next step. Now, I had a gentleman call me up one time. I can't think of his name right now, and he said, I'm stuck there. I can't move forward anymore. And I said, listen, because he was struggling on how to get leads and everything. And I said, you want a quick way to get past that? And here's a really good tip for everybody, how to get past day 17. Do you know 5 friends and family members that would do you a favor? And he goes, why? Okay, what's the favor? Call them up and say, Molly, listen, I'm so excited right now. I'm actually getting the chance to be personally mentored by a multi-millionaire. But I need a huge favor from you. You need to go to this link and fill out your information. It goes to me. It won't go to anybody else. And watch a video back there so I can prove to this mentor. He said that he only wants to work with coachable people, and I got to get 5 people to watch this video. Listen, I don't care if you think this is stupid. I don't care if you press play on the video and just let it play in the background, and I certainly don't care if you buy anything. Just please do me a favor so I can show this millionaire that I'm deserving of his training. And when I told that to the guy, because he was saying, listen, I'm not ready to go upgrade as pro right now. I'm just going to, do my thing. Well, his cousin not only watched the first video, but then ended up watching more videos and decided to upgrade as a $15 member. Well, this guy, his name is Gene. Sorry, his name is Gene. Then Gene immediately saw that he got an email and said, congratulations, you got a new pro, and went in his back office, and he couldn't tell who it was because he wasn't upgraded, so he upgraded his pro.
Cool. Yeah, that's good. Perfect. Did you have a question?
No, she asked the same exact thing that I was going to ask you.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, well, thank you. That helped a lot, and we're going to head out so someone else can head in.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Peace.
I was going to say, get those people's phone number.
Yeah, right? $1 million question. Hey, you do me a favor. I was on a training with a millionaire, and I
Not every day you get to talk to a billionaire.
Oh, wait. So here's another question: how do you hang yourself up out of the interactive part, but still stay on the other part, or do you have to go out and come back in?
Yeah, you gotta log back out and just click on the other link.
Okay. All right. We'll see you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Susan, before I get to you, I noticed there was a question over here. Somebody said, how do I explain the major difference between the $15.95 membership, the $99 membership, and what would encourage them to pick the $99 choice? Great question, Kelly. The best way is to show them the overview. That's on roberthollis.tv. Even if you want to just fast forward to the part where we get to the products, because we go in depth the difference between the 15, the 99, and why you should upgrade to those. So that's probably the best way to explain the difference of those, because once again, expert from afar, you want to try to make it duplicatable, and if you can show them a video that can answer that question instead of you trying to answer it, it just makes it more simple. So hopefully that helped you out, Kelly. And our last person of the night, Susan, I just love you. You're just such a sweetheart. Thank you for jumping on here. I think you're still muted. I can't tell.
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you very much. Now, I did just jump on because I just came home from shopping, and so I thought, oh yes. But now I have got, from 2 months ago, I ran an ad on, who's interested in home-based business, and I've got some leads. I've not done anything with them. How do you first reach out to them? Do you give them like an ebook or?
No, these are leads that are in your back office, or just leads?
No, yeah, just leads that I've gotten.
Just call them up and build a rapport with them.
I don't have phone numbers. I've only got email addresses.
Oh,
yeah.
I send out an email to them and just build a rapport. Say, hey, I got you. You said you were interested in a home-based business.
Yes.
I'd love to contact with you. Here's my phone number. Here's my Facebook. I'd love to set up a time to talk with you. In the meantime, and pick out one of your favorite trainings that are back there, the free ones.
Good idea.
Yeah, and say, in the meantime, here's a gift from me. Here, my mentor is a free training. I want you to check it out, and then we can talk later.
Oh, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. Thank you.
No problem. Any other ones? Awesome. Okay. Well, that worked out perfectly. We're right at 8:05, and usually we like to keep these to an hour. So with that said, I want to thank each and every one of you for getting on. I love these. I think that not only is it helping everybody out there, but we're just creating more value and content for all the new people that are joining aboard. So for those of you that don't know, tomorrow, Thursday, favorite night of the week is the Thursday night pro mentorship call that starts at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And once again, throughout the week, just so everybody knows, Monday's the live lead call, Tuesday's the company overview, and once again, Wednesday again, we'll be back here for the Q&A. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. All the support and all the feedback that we're getting, and I know you guys can do this. I know you can. Even Susan that was on here, to see the transformation that she's gone through just within the last month has just been absolutely amazing. And if we can do it, you can do it. We're here to support you. We're here to show you every step of the way. I'm very proud to say that Unlimited Profits isn't just a company that tells you what to do. We show you what to do, and that's why because we want you to have as much success as possible. So thank you guys so much. Everybody have a wonderful and blessed night. Please reach out to me on Facebook if you need any other support, and have a wonderful and blessed day. God bless.